I can't hear you. Mm-mm. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can't hear you. Hmm.
There we go. Hello?
Now you're good. Okay. Now we are working.
Yes. Cool. So, guys, as you join in, say hi. Let us know how your day is going. I'm going to invite some people here and then we'll start in the next 30 seconds. Today, we have one of my awesome clients, Kayla. And Kayla is over 20 pounds down. If you guys are watching on Instagram or if you're watching on YouTube or TikTok or LinkedIn or anywhere else, and you can't see her, that's because we're live on Facebook and whatnot. So the replays will be up on Instagram and on Facebook. But guys, as you join in, say hi. Hashtag I'm here. Let us know you're here. And we're gonna get into this shortly. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk to Kayla. We're going to find out how she's lost 20 pounds because Kayla has tried lots of things um, in the past prior to joining here at Real Results Fitness. So we are going to let's just get right into it, Kayla. So Kayla,
All
welcome
right.
and thank you so much for joining. Uh,
Hello.
why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, what you do, your current profession, etc.
All right. So my name is Kayla and I am 31 years old, young, whatever, however you want to say it.
Young.
And all right, 31 years young, I'll take it. And I currently work as a receptionist in a medical office. I actually just started working about 3.5 weeks ago after taking a year off to be with my son, my 1 year old. So I enjoyed all the time and all the cuddles with him. And yeah, I just was super excited to get started with you once we kind of, linked together.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Awesome. So, why don't you tell us? So, the main reason you joined Kayla was because, like, you've tried lots of other things in the past, and like some of it worked, but you weren't able to kind of sustain it long term. So, why don't you
Mhm.
give us an idea of some of the things that you have tried in the past before joining here at Real Results Fitness?
No, yeah, for sure. I feel like I have a huge laundry list of it.
We want to
Um,
hear it. Tell us all about
so I've tried Arbonne, their like I think it was like their detox. I've tried Thrive, which is like a form of like patch and like vitamins that's supposed to help with weight loss or help in some type of way. I've done tons and tons of cardio. I've done boot camps. I've done CrossFit. I mean, honestly, you name it, I probably tried it. I wasn't too fond of like getting into the whole keto thing. I was kind of like hesitant about that. But yeah, I've tried, lots of things to be honest. And I was kind of just feeling like stuck, like, okay, this is just where I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna get anywhere. Like this is my body and this is life now, basically. This is life.
Yeah, yeah. You mentioned that to me. Can you dive a little bit deeper into that? Because I remember when you hit your first like milestone of like 10 or 15
Mhm.
pounds, you're like, I can't believe this is happening. Can you just
Yeah.
dive like into what you were just kind of talking about right there? You were saying that like this is life, this is just what it is. I feel you felt kind of stuck. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, so definitely I felt so after having my daughter, with the whole pregnancies and everything, of course, a woman's body just changes tremendously with everything that, our bodies go through, hormones, the labor, the delivery, everything. And, after I had my first child, I felt like, okay, I kind of snapped back per se. Like I didn't gain so much weight with her and I felt good. I was working out. I did lose, the baby weight, quote unquote. And so I got pregnant with my son. with my son, I had some pregnancy problems, so it was a little bit more difficult for me to be active during my pregnancy. So I did gain a little bit more weight. And then after I had him, I really struggled with just my weight and my mental health, to be honest. Like, I felt like it was just a huge just hit on me, on my self esteem. And so I literally just felt like, okay, this is where I'm at. Like I didn't I felt helpless, to be honest. Like I felt like, okay, I've tried everything in the past and I did try to go back into being active again and make myself work out, and but I wasn't seeing any progress like on the scale. I was like stepping on the scale, and if anything the scale was going up. So I was just like, okay, I'm giving up. Like this is it. Like, Kayla, this is your life. Like this is where you're going to be at, and
What did you
let's just
try
hope for the
going back to?
best.
What did you try going back to? You said you tried going back to like getting out,
So
but can
it
you?
was mainly just, working out, like, at home, just doing, like, home workouts, and then just basically doing some cardio, just walking, jogging, if that. I mean, that's, like, pushing it at that time. I was, like, walking mostly. So just pushing myself to, like, get myself to be active again. Where my mental health was just really not, it wasn't there, to be honest. Like, it just wasn't there.
How soon did you join after having your boy?
So I think we linked up when he was about, I want to say he was like 7 months old.
Okay.
And now he's a year. So we've been working together for about like what, 5 months,
Mhm.
going on 6 months.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, total 180, like completely different person that you're talking to right now, to be honest.
Tell us about before you started, like because Kayla and I actually know each other like personally. Actually, we used to work together back in the day. Uh,
Back in the day.
back in the day. Um, so I actually know Kayla, and I like when you joined, I was very excited because like I know your work ethic. But
Mhm,
even though us knowing each other, Kayla, and I don't know this because we haven't talked about this before, but
mhm.
what, if any, were your initial hesitations of joining an online program? Because a lot of people have hesitations joining online because they're like, I need a personal trainer or I need somebody
Mhm.
right there, like in my face, screaming and yelling at me. So, like, what were some of your hesitations in joining an online program?
All the things you just said right now. I actually forgot to mention that I had worked with a personal trainer at a gym in the past, and that kind of just fell out. So, when we started talking about online training, I mean, of course, we were going back and forth, and initially in my head, my thoughts were like, Kayla, you're not going to be consistent. First of all, how is he going to know? How is he going to know if you don't work out? How is he going to know when you don't eat well? Or how is he going to find out? He's not going to know. Like, you can
Eyes
slip up.
everywhere. That's how.
Literally, So I'm just like, okay, he's not gonna know. So I was like, but that's not in my head. I'm like, well, that's not gonna help me if he doesn't know what I'm doing, or if he's not physically there with me in the gym, showing me what workouts I need to do, or if my form is correct, or, basically telling me what to do. Because I mean, I'm thinking, I don't know crap about the gym. Like, I mean, I am one of those persons, well, not anymore, but I was, where I was just like, straight to the treadmill. Like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just start at the treadmill. Um, so yeah, I literally just was thinking it's not going to work for me. I feel like I need someone there to be pushing me and telling me and kind of like kicking my ass. Like, come
Yeah.
on, get your shit together. Sorry for my language, but it's like literally.
You know me.
So
You should know me.
those
We're
those
good.
were my thoughts. I was just like, yeah, this is not gonna work out. Like, thank you, Fatty. Love ya, but I don't know if it's gonna work. But you're like, come on,
And,
get your
and
ass to this.
and this is from someone that actually knows me. So yeah, so like give so what else what else were some of your like hesitations joining? So you said one of the hesitations of joining an online program were that like you needed somebody there. What else did
Right.
you have any other hesitations of joining something online?
Yeah, so just basically, so the whole accountability of it, first of all, and then having someone personally, like not having someone personally there, or meeting up with them. And then, um, to be honest, it was mainly me doubting myself in my consistency. Knowing where I was in my mental state at that time, I felt like I was going to be wasting my money, to be honest. Like I wasn't going to be consistent. Like I was doubting myself pretty much.
Yeah. So when with the doubt of yourself, because you said you had prior to joining this online program, you
Hmm.
said you had a personal trainer. So can
Hmm.
you don't have to like say their name or anything.
It was years ago, so I forgot. I mean, I don't even know, to be
um,
honest.
Good. We're not here to put anybody on blast,
Yeah.
but like, can you explain some of the differences between you? Because you said it wasn't the best experience. So,
Mhm.
can you explain some of the differences between personal training from somebody that obviously has done personal training to
Mhm.
an online program here?
So I'm going to say what I love about your program. What I love about your program, about the online program, is that everything is laid out. Like you literally break everything down for us where it's like dummy proof. It's like this is what you're going to be working on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever days that you schedule. I'm like, perfect. Game plan. Love it. I'm such a control freak where I need lists. So I'm
Yeah,
like, it's set out for me. Like number one, I was like, okay, cool. Whereas where I was working with the personal trainer in person, I kind of would just show up and I'd either wait on them to be ready with a plan or show up and be like, okay, so what are we working on today? And it was kind of just like off the top of the head, or it was like, well, let's go start with this and then we'll think about what we're going to work on. And I'm just like, I don't it just wasn't clicking for me. I was just like, I don't know how I'm gonna do with this trainer or this program.
yeah,
And yeah, sure enough, like that fell to shit right away. Like it just went burst into flames. It was just like, okay, well, I'm not going back. So
yeah.
yeah.
So you love the fact that everything's like outlined and just set up for you to
Oh,
just basically check off.
100%. And the fact that you make it so user friendly for us as clients, like I feel like that too, there's no excuse for you not to be able to get whatever it is scheduled done. And I mean, at that point with personal training in person, it's like I had to go at a scheduled time. It was like the personal trainer is going to train you at this time because he's going to be there at this time. This is the time you need to go. Sometimes that wouldn't work for me. Like at whatever time it was, I'm like, oh shit, well, I there goes my money. I can't make it to that session. Whereas online training, it's literally molded to my schedule. I go when I can, when I make the time to go, basically.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's the fact that one, you're not wasting your money because if something were to come up last minute, like you can make it up at a different time.
Yes. 100%. Like I feel like I not my money is I'm getting my money's worth. I'm not just throwing my money away, basically, which I feel like, is everyone's doubt too. It's like, damn, personal training. Oh, I don't know. It's kind of expensive. Like, or, like, I don't know if I'm going to be like consistent with it or
Yeah,
whatever it may be. But it's like, I've learned with your program, it's literally on my time, which
yeah,
is perfect, especially now that I'm a lot busier with life than I was before doing personal training in person. It's like I have children now. I have a family, life gets hectic. There's
yeah.
this and that
People
and
sick or something.
oh yeah, 100%. So being able to do the program at my time, at my pace, like I love it.
Yeah, I
I
love it.
feel in control, but I know I'm not because it's like you behind the scenes, like you better get your shit done. So I'm
No,
like, oh,
do that. No, no, that's awesome because yeah, like you said, like if something comes up or whatnot, you can move around your schedule, and it's not like
mhm,
between 5 and 6 p.m. and that's it.
yeah.
Guys, if you guys are watching live and you're getting some value from Kayla so far, just throw some hearts, or like if you're on Instagram, just like tap the screen or throw some likes and hearts or fire emojis, which is my favorite, in the comments. All right, so we talked about hesitations. Tell us, I want to hear about some results. Give us some result. Tell us about some results that we've accomplished while working together.
Sheesh. My gosh. Okay. Well, first of all, I my confidence. I'm just gonna say that.
You're
Like
you
because
you it muted out for a second. Can you?
oh, can
There
you
you
hear
go.
me?
You're good. You're good. Yeah.
Okay. So my confidence and my self-esteem. I'm just gonna start off with that because when before I started with you, oh, I was at my I would say at my lowest point mentally. Especially with, the all the new changes of being like a mother of two and just, body changes, weight changes, all the things. I was literally mentally at my lowest. Now it's like my self-esteem has boosted, my confidence has boosted, I feel better about myself, and that's just like mentally.
Yeah.
Physically, I have lost, I think, a little over 25 pounds. Um,
25? Oh, I put 20. I gotta change that.
oh, you trying to jip me for some pounds there, buddy? Excuse
All right,
me.
hold on, hold on. We are
Um,
fixed.
so, yeah, so I've lost, a little bit, or I think I want to say 25 point some, I'm not sure. But
He knows the
um,
exact number. Don't let her fool you.
I know. I mean, maybe. I don't know. But my body composition. I'm really surprised at how my body composition has changed a lot because, in the past with working out, didn't really feel like I was losing or burning fat. Like a lot of us women want to. Obviously, that's like, I know that's my goal. Like, I want to burn fat. I want to feel strong and I want to look lean and I want to feel good in my clothes. So burning fat and changing my body composition is another thing that I've achieved so far. And buying new clothes. Like, what?
Yeah.
Buying new clothes? Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm in my pre-pregnancy clothes before my daughter. Like, I'm like, who is this girl?
That's all. Share. Can you share? Do you mind sharing what you shared in our group the other day about the top?
Yes. So I don't mind sharing that. No. So I was gifted recently. I was the type of girl that was like in a big hoodie and like loose clothes, going to the gym, like working. I still do, but my cousin recently for Christmas gifted me some cute workout clothes, and I pulled out this sweater, and it was like a crop top, and I'm like, girl, who's this for? Because it's not for me. I don't wear this. And I tried it on, and I was like, oh, you know what? It looks kind of cute. Like, okay, Kayla, you can rock this. And honestly, like, I feel like that right there in itself for me is a huge, I would go out of my way to buy or wear. But the fact that I have that confidence now, like, I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna wear it. I worked hard and
Yeah.
I'm gonna rock it? So yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. Yeah, lots of wins. So over 25 pounds. What are you, like 6 or so inches off of your waist? Um,
Maybe a little bit more, to be honest.
yeah. And can you really quick, can you just dive into like food? Because a lot of people when they join a program, they think
Mhm.
that they have to like eat just like chicken, brown rice, and tilapia, and that's it. Like I always
Mm,
the thing I always say, or I always hear people say, is like, I know what I need to do. I just need to do it. But like, all they know is just like extremes, right?
yeah.
Like just chicken, brown rice, and tilapia, or do the detox shakes or whatever that you were doing
Mhm.
before. But Can you tell us about like foods that you've been eating, or what how this has differed nutrition wise compared to other things that you've tried?
Oh, I view nutrition completely different now. Before, like you said, I thought like joining the program, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be eating like broccoli, chicken, and rice for the rest of my life. Like this is gonna suck. But honestly, it's literally just reprogramming our mind into, pretty much just getting all those nutrients in that we need, like that our food can give us. And I think like basically learning how to eat was one of the main things that I have learned also from your program was like, you know, being a conscious eater because having to track my meals, like, before, I'm like, "Dude, I did not know that I snacked all the time, like, no wonder these pounds were packing on, like, I'm in the freaking snack cabinet, like, every other 15 minutes, like, I
Yeah,
did not know I was snacking this much." So it literally made me, like, a conscious eater, um, and yeah, no, I don't eat boring. I love to cook. I'm the cook in my family. I love to cook. So, me being able to like substitute stuff or, use different types of oils or I mean still eat what I love. Like for example, I think short a few carbs the other day and I was like, what do I eat? And I'm like, Imma eat some Oreos because I can, they fit
yeah,
in, and so I'm like, "I'm gonna throw those in there." Like, you can still like, that's what I love. It's like, I'm not depriving myself from foods that I love. Like and I'm still getting results from it, which
yeah,
is like, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to be able to eat, like, going out and eat a burger or eat pizza or, being able to eat all these foods and still have, like, weight loss. Like, when that first started happening to me, I'm like, is this right? Like, what's going on?
was it
Excuse
one of those
me."
things where you step on the scale like 4 times and you're like,
Literally, I'm like,
uh,
nope, this can't be right. This is wrong. Like, I had a burger yesterday. Like, what's going on? Like,
yeah,
yeah. So, I mean, definitely nutrition, where I was struggling also because, like I said, I was snacking mindlessly, eating all the junk food that you can think of, pretty much comfort eating.
yeah,
Um, but learning and reprogramming my mind and becoming a more conscious person of like what I'm putting in my body has actually helped me along the process too,
yeah. I love
for
it. I
sure.
love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because most people, most clients in Kayla was like really no different. Or like, and I'm like, all right, this is how many carbs I want you eating per day. And you're like, are you sure? And it's usually we got to catch them like the first like week or so. I'm like, Kayla, I need you to eat your food because you need this food. So um, she ended up eating the food, and as you just heard her, like she's not really she's so it's two things, guys. She's not eating like pizza and Oreos all the time, but like
No.
she can fit it into her nutrition if she knows she's going out with the family, or if for like the example she just gave, she's like, oh, it's the end of the day and I haven't hit the goals that I needed to hit. So she was able to fit that into her and fit that into her nutrition. And that's a way to like stop craving it. Instead of like demonizing a food, we allow clients to enjoy it. So that's awesome.
100%. No, yeah, and like you said, it's not an everyday thing where I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna fit in a pizza today." Like, no, and that's another thing is that I feel like the cravings stopped. They're not as bad as they were before I started, like, tracking my nutrition or sorry, my light went out.
All good.
Cause then you can't see me. Yeah, like, tracking my nutrition, like, it was literally, like, a night and day thing. Like, it totally s it switched over. So it's yeah, it's different. It's different now. It's
She's
like,
Swiss.
I don't crave it. I don't crave it as much
That's awesome.
when,
That's
like, I
awesome.
need to feel it. Yeah.
Okay, so I just have like one or two more questions, Kayla.
Mhm.
One, I'm curious, and I'm sure a lot of people are as well, and you kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but like
Mhm.
outside of online training, what would you say has been some of the bigger changes or some of the biggest changes that you've seen and or felt in your life?
Like I mentioned, for sure, my mental health. So it's helped my mental health so much tremendously. Like it really has. I feel like I'm just a whole different person now. Um, so it's really boosted my self-esteem. It's really boosted my confidence. And just, the way I feel happier, which I feel like if I can radiate, the way I feel and feel good and feel happy, like it makes the people around me feel that same vibe, like they feed off of my energy.
Touch on
So,
that because you're a mother and like mothers always put themselves, parents in general, like, right? You're always putting yourself
yes,
on the back burner and you like, I need to take
mm,
care of my little one. I need to take care of this. So like, tell us,
100%.
can you tell us how much better you're able to show up now as a parent?
Oh, like I have the energy now that I didn't have before. Like my son, he started walking, he's 1, and I'm like, great, now I can't freaking sit down for nothing. I gotta be behind him all the time. I'm like, "Oh, thank God I have the energy to be behind."
Uh-oh. She might have got a text message. There?
Hello?
There you go.
Oh, sorry,
All
cut
good.
out there.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
like I just,
cliffhanger. So you're chasing your son. You're saying
oh
that
my
um,
God, the energy is like it's different for sure. The energy's like I have energy to like be chasing after him. And yeah, because before I would just be like a couch potato and just be like, oh, no, not gonna happen.
yeah. Yeah, what else? So like your mental health, your energy, what else has improved like outside of actual online training?
I feel like also, I would have never thought this, but me personally, like I like to post, when I'm working out or like my results or just, I'm proud of where I've gotten because I, pulled myself out of a dark place. So I'm like showing it off to people. And the fact that I'm motivating people, I'm like, what? Me? Like I'm inspiring you? Like that's nuts to me. Like I'm just doing my thing over here. Like I'm glad like that's, resonating with people. So that too, I feel like being able to motivate others if they're in the same boat or if they're feeling any type of way that I was feeling, like it's possible to put yourself first and take care of yourself and take care of your mental health and your physical health. Like I feel like it all coincides.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Love that. If you guys do have any questions or whatnot for Kayla, just pop them in the chat, and we'll either get to it uh, if we can, or if not, we'll go back and go through the questions. Um, One last question, Kayla, and then
Yes.
if you want to talk about anything else, you can. But one last question would be, who? So you're a mother.
Hmm.
You joined when your boy was 5 months. You said.
Yeah.
Who would you recommend this program to?
Everybody. Everybody and anybody, to be honest. I mean, like, it doesn't, like how I mentioned, like, it literally, a program where it's molded to like fit your schedule in your lifetime. Like, I mean, your lifetime, your life, what am I trying to say? Life schedule pretty much.
Mm,
Like it literally can be for anybody. And especially, I'm not ashamed to be talking about where I was mentally, 6 months ago. Like, everyone struggles with ups and downs. Like mental health I feel like is a huge thing. And I mean, just moving your body and getting going really, really, really helps like a ton. So, I mean, for anybody who is like suffering with any type of, you know, mental health issues that feel like they can't get it done, like it's possible, like you can. And, for moms or for people that are not moms and then just want to get yoked or just, want to get lean and mean. Like anybody, honestly, anybody
Yeah,
can do this.
that's awesome.
If I can do it, a mom of two, full time working, got a husband, like anybody can do it.
That's amazing. Yeah, absolutely. And I think even you have like shocked yourself throughout the program. Like every time, like I'll be like, post that. Like I'll be
Yeah.
like,
I'm
can't believe
like,
you did
what?
that. I'm like, go
It's
post
crazy.
it. We do have a question here. Do you
Mhm.
have a minute, Kayla?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Cool, cool. So guys, first of all, before I get into this question, if you guys could just say thanks, Kayla, or thank Kayla for taking time out of her day, because I hit her up super last minute and she was able to show up. So just say thank you to Kayla and or throw some hearts in the chat or tap the screen, whatever platform you're on. Just throw a like.
Just
Uh,
show some love. Show
Show
some love.
some love. Let's pop this question in here. So Doreen says, Kayla, what was your biggest hurdle that you overcame when first starting?
So for sure, I want to say was mom guilt.
Ooh,
Mom
good
guilt.
one.
Yes.
Take the
That
mic. I want to hear about it.
mom guilt is real. Mom guilt is real. I mean, becoming from becoming a mother in general, like you had said earlier, parents put themselves last. So me joining the program, I literally would feel guilty, like making the time for myself and working out because a part of me felt like, "Oh, I'm neglecting my family. Like they're gonna need me for something. Like someone's gonna need something from me, you
Yeah.
know?" And once I started getting past that mom guilt hurdle and was just like, no, Kayla, like you are becoming better because you're putting yourself first and taking care of yourself. Like, this is what you should be doing because you are in a better mood. Like, you're able to, you know, have energy to deal with the kids and run around after them. So, I definitely would say that in the beginning, mom guilt was one of the biggest hurdles that I had to get past with starting the program.
How did you get over the mom guilt? Because that's not, I'm sure that that's something that like comes and goes. So how did you get over, or how did
I
you slash how do you get over the mom guilt when it kind of pops
I
in
think
or reoccurs?
eventually with just, staying consistent and noticing the difference in myself and how I felt and how I was in a better mood and, you know, my energy was higher. Like knew that that mom guilt was just my mind basically playing tricks on me. Like it's like, yeah, like they're gonna need something from you, but you're gonna come back. You're not gonna leave forever. Like it's only like an hour or hour and a half that you're gonna be gone, and whatever they need, you're it's probably gonna be there waiting for you. Like it's not going anywhere. So I think just the way I got past it was just staying consistent and seeing like my mental health getting better, my attitude getting better, my energy getting better. So I'm like, no, this is working for me. It's not bad for me,
Mm.
basically.
So like the way you got over it was to like just how you felt and knowing that you were showing up better for what you thought the world that was going to be on fire
Yes,
needed you for.
basically.
Yeah,
Basically, just like kept showing up for myself so I can show up for others.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Type that in the comments, guys. Like, show up for yourself so you could show up for others. That's
100%.
huge, guys. Show up for yourself so you could show up for others. Whether you are a parent like Kayla or not. Like, if you don't feel good and if you're in a slump or whatnot, like if you're not showing up for yourself, like it's gonna relay in all your relationships, your friendships, your
Hmm.
relationships with your significant other, your kids, your nieces, nephews, whatever. So it's
One of my favorite sayings is like, you can't fill others' cups from an empty cup. Like you can't give from an empty cup. So if you're not filling your own cup, how do you expect to pour into others?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, you're gonna be super agitated and like doing the work, but doing what you need to be doing, but super
mhm.
agitated and frustrated with it. So
Oh yeah, 100%.
I love that. Awesome. Awesome. Kayla, is there anything that you would like to leave anybody with? Any words of aspiration?
If you have any doubts or if you're like questioning about, joining the program, just, Fatty is the best. Let me tell you guys, he is the best. He is there for us as clients. We also have an amazing Facebook group, and everyone's just so supportive. Like, if you feel like you're the only one that's going through this, I guarantee you you're not because there's someone else that's like, "Oh my god, me too." Like, so like, you're alone, but you're not in it alone per se. Like you have a community that you can lean on and you have Fatty you can lean on. So honestly, like if you're debating on joining, just join. Join, girl. Join.
I love it. I love it. I did not pay her to say that either.
Good. I should Fatty, I need a no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I need
sending
a
you a
cut.
Venmo right now. Awesome. Cool. Thank you so much, Kayla, for being able to join us. Everybody in the comments say thank you, Kayla. If you are on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, you'll be available to watch the replay. If you're on YouTube, I have no idea. It's the first time going live on YouTube. But TikTok, you can follow me on the gram. We moved it over. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much, Kayla, for being able to do this. And hope you guys all have an amazing rest of your night.
All right, thanks guys.
Hang around.